Okay, so last time we left over, right? We have some issue that we cannot form the BGP with the IPv6, right? The peer, right? So let's double check again. So let's just review what we have in here. Show run router BGP. Okay, so now we have this. This is the standard format, right? So and then when we show interface F0/0, we do have IPv6, right? And then we make sure it's up, IPv6 interface, say brief. Okay, it's beautiful. We have the IP, we have a ping. Okay, so we can try to ping up the neighbor here. So ping IPv6. Okay, so we grab this IP address here, we change it to the last one to be a 6. Yeah, it's reachable. So there's been no problem between crossing this link. Okay, so with this subnet, and then we can ping uh, the router IPv6 IP address, right? So now let's show in here again. Show BGP, right? IPv6. Let me see. We put a question mark in here. So unit cache, and then we put the summary. You see, it's nothing. Normally we should be something like this. So when you show IP BGP summary, we should be like this. You see, we should be like this, right? But then this is IPv4, but this is but he show up in here, but it's nothing in here. See, it's nothing in here. See, but the question is why it show up in the IPv4 format in here? I mean, it should be have like this and other. See, but we don't have. Okay, so maybe this is the issue. Let's show run again. Section router BGP, right? So we do we want do we want to separate? Do we want to separate? Say, make sometimes it's very more comfortable, or maybe the format between like address. We divide. We separate IPv4 and one IPv6. What I'm trying to say is, let's see in here the output. So go to config key, router BGP 65005. Okay, hit enter. Now, because IPv6 is a unique cache, okay, so now we have another command. It's called address family. You see, address family. When you put the question mark in here, so what kind of address family? See, you can put IPv4 and you can IPv6. And even we have IPv4. That is the MPLS later. Okay, this is the private virtual, VPN using the VPN4 in here. So just family in here. Okay, so we want to. Okay, I want to see more specific for IPv6. You see, and then anything follow. Yeah, we want to be unique hash. Okay, so now we hit enter. Okay, so now you see we have in here, right? So now we grab the same thing the neighbor again in here. So we move it now. So we should here. Okay, we copy this one in here. Okay, so now we hit enter. So what is the happen now in here? Oh, look at that. Look at that, beautiful. See, the BGP neighbor is up. And also it's active. Okay, when you see the address family, you see it's active in here. Okay, it's automatic by default by active. Sometimes you have to you have to by manually you have to active the BGP. So now, okay, so let's see in here. So when I show IPv6 again, show show BGP IPv6, and then unique cache, and then summary. You see, beautiful. You see, now we have an IPv6 format. You see, now we tell same thing. We're telling you the AS number, and then this is those kind of like updates, send, receive, and then blah blah blah. Okay, until it's still still. Oh yeah. Because here same thing. We have to change this one too, right? In here. So show run section again in here. Before we jump in here, let's go back to here. Let's review again here. Show run section router BGP. Now what this look like right now? You see? Now we separate. You see? Now we have a IPv6 address 46 in here. Okay. Oh, okay. See, this is the first command. Okay. So this is the first command that you put. This is correct. But then for IPv6, you need to you need to activate. So that is the command also you need to activate. So now same thing in here. So when we show run in here section router BGP, you see here. You see, this is correct in here, but then we still need to activate, right? So we need to activate because the reason why we need to activate because it's a unicast, right? I believe it's a unicast. So everything when you deal with the unicast, you have to manually. You see in here. Okay, we put in here. We put address IPv6 in here because we want to tell IPv6, and then we're going to say unicast. Hit enter. Okay, and then same thing again. Normally we copy this one in here. Here this time, let me see. Put the question mark instead. We copy the remove. We don't need this one. Say we put the question mark in here. We should have a activate. Do we have activate or not? Hold on. Just put a. Yeah, you see we have activate. Okay, so now you see we put here activate. See that is the command. So we missed this command. Okay, so we missed this command. Okay, so now because in here this is the correct format, right? The remote AES, but then IPv6 is a unicast. That's why we have to we have to manually activate the BGP section in here. So we hit enter. You see here now, beautiful. You see. Now when we show BGP, IPv6 summary. Yep, beautiful. Look at that. So now, see when you go back to topology here. So now these two routers here crossing the VPLS, we have a IPv6 traffic between these two routers. Okay, so now let's see what we want to advertise into the IPv6, right? Say okay, so we're using the loopback in here. So we have a loopback. So show run here again. This is show run again here. Loopback. Let me see here. Show what we have here. Just show IP interface briefing here. See, we have a loopback. You see, we have this loopback here 99. Okay. Because this is like a remember, it's a management. I believe it's a management, right? So let me see. Now in here, let's do like this here. It will work or not, right? So we're gonna config. No, first we want to config T first, right? And then we're gonna say interface. We're going to say loopback. So that is the loopback here. All right. So and same thing in here, IPv6, right? We have to be enabled first, and then IPv6 address, right? So now the address is we're going to try to take this one, okay? Because this one is the 8, okay? So maybe we just use the whole /128, okay? Like same thing like /32. We just what's one single IP. So then we just take this one, the 2001. This is the global one. Is it here? We take this one, we put it in here, and then we don't have to worry about like when you see the in 128 bit, right? divide by divide by how many bit in here, right? And then when you see the 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 there, then we can use the two column in here, just represent, that is how IPv6, no? So in here, we matching the host IP in here is number 8. So we just put number 8 in here. And then we put slash 128 because that is the last one, like slash 32. So we hit enter. Okay, beautiful. So now we show run again in the phase for this loopback. Let's see, it take the configuration or not. Yes, we take it. You see, right? So now you see in here we show again IPv6, and then in the phase brief, right? So now we have another. We should have. Oh, let me see. Oh, this is yeah. We have the loopback. Where's the loopback? Yeah, this is the loopback. Beautiful. Okay, so now, for example, in here, see, we have this loopback in here, right? So if we go back to here, see, if we want to ping, right? If we want to say, if I want to ping again, let me see here, hold on. So if I want to ping IPv6 with this loopback IP, the neighbor, this is the neighbor loopback IP. When I hit enter, it's timeout because I don't learn it. The router doesn't know it. So you have right either like IP static route, or because since we have a BGP, so we should advertise into the BGP, right? So for example, in here, let's go back to here. So go back to the router BGP. It's a 65006 for this one, and then we hit enter, right? And then we will like to advertise a network. What is the network, right? IPv4 or something like that. Do we remember or no? Should we not use this one? Okay. So how we advertise IPv6? You see how we advertise the IPv6 in here. See, we don't have see, because we need to use the network command, right? But I don't see any let me see here. See, just the network number. But this is I'm not sure this is the if we work on like can you do like this /128, right? Just try it. See, if we not go back to the book, right? If we want the testing in here, right? See, if I don't anything like never been touched like IPv6, we don't know, right? We we treat ourselves as a junior network engineer, right? So we hit enter. Let's see. Oh, you see, normally with this command in IPv4, we have to put the IP address and then we have to put the mask, right? Okay. Since we have an address memory, right? Remember, since we have an address memory, so let's go back to the address memory here. So let's say, hey, I want to go IPv6, right? IPv6, and then unicast. This is the see inside the address memory. Now in here, can I put the network in here? Oh, look at that! Look at that! So now we still have to be inside in the address IPv6 family advertise. Okay. So now remember for this one, sometime in the question, right? If the multiple choice question like that, if they asking you how you advertise IPv6, it should be in the IPv4 format, or should be inside the address family IPv6. So you have to remember. So, okay, in this case, right, we just put like a network, and then we want to advertise 00100, and then like number 8, and then /128. Hit enter. Beautiful. So now we go back to here again. All right. So now we refresh now in here. We show BGP IPv6, right? And then we put say unicast and then summary. Do we learn it? Beautiful. See, we learn one prefix. So we learn one prefix, and then the table. we show BGP IPv6. Just hit enter. You see, this is the table. Beautiful. You see. So now I should be able to ping, right, IPv6, the loopback of this router. All right. So let's copy like this. Now I should be beautiful. You see. Okay. So now same thing in here. We need to, because we need to exchange, right? We need to go back. We need to go back to here, right? So let's go back quick in here. So public key. Oh, make sure which router should be this router.